Hi, Goggle. What happened? You look worried.
Toggle, my teacher has asked me to submit my assignment in a pen drive, but I don't know how to use it.
Oh, don't worry, Goggle. I'll show you how to plug it in the computer and store your project in it.
Thanks, Toggle, but can you also explain how did you do this? And what is the pen drive used for?
Sure, Goggle. But before this, you should know about the computer memory and its various parts. You will then understand about the pen drive better. Memory is a very important part of the computer. Just as we humans have a brain to remember everything, computers have memory to store all the data and instructions. The CPU processes the data and instructions stored in the memory.
So, is pen drive the memory of the computer?
Goggle, computer memory is of many types, such as primary memory, secondary memory, ROM, cache memory, and registers. And pen drive is a kind of secondary memory of the computer. So let me start by explaining primary memory. Primary memory is also called random access memory, RAM. It is an important part of the computer system. It is very fast and is directly accessed by the CPU. This means that the CPU directly stores and retrieves data from it.
But Toggle, why is primary memory also called random access memory?
Goggle, random access memory is so called because it is accessed by the CPU in a random manner. The CPU can read or write on any memory location of the RAM. It need not follow any sequence for this.
Does the data remain stored in the RAM forever?
No, Goggle, RAM loses its data as soon as you shut down your computer. That is why RAM is a volatile memory. The second kind of computer memory is read-only memory or ROM. It is a special type of memory from which data can only be read, which means that you cannot change its contents.
This means that all computer memories work differently, isn't it, Toggle?
That's right, Goggle. RAM and ROM have different functions in a computer, and so they work differently. Other memories also have specific purposes which makes them different from each other. The purpose of ROM is that it stores the software for starting or booting the computer and for operating the hardware. Do you know what booting the computer means, Goggle?
Yes, Toggle, I have studied this. Booting the computer means to start the computer.
Correct! ROM is a non-volatile memory, which means that its contents remain intact even after the computer is switched off. Another kind of memory is the register. You must have studied about these briefly earlier, Goggle.
Yes, Toggle, registers are a part of the CPU. They are used to provide data to the arithmetic and logic unit and the control unit of the computer.
Very well, Goggle. Registers also help in increasing the speed of the computer by quickly providing the required data. In a computer system, data is loaded from memory to the registers for processing and manipulations. The size of a register also determines the power and speed of a computer system. For example, a 32-bit system processor means that a register in its CPU is 32 bits in size and works on 32 bits at a time.
You also mentioned cache memory. What is it used for? I have heard my computer teacher speaking about it.
Cache memory is used to improve system speed and efficiency.
This is done by storing the most frequently used data and instructions.
When the processor requires this information, it initially searches the cache memory and then RAM or any other memory location. This is because other locations are slower and are placed further away than the cache memory. So the overall system speed improves by using cache for rapid access to data and instructions.
The computer memory is such an important part, Toggle. It not only stores data but also provides us that data in the fastest way possible.
Yes, Goggle. As the amount of data is growing day by day, the computer speed is also improving to carry out our tasks faster. Now we have come to secondary memory of the computer, an example of which is pen drive.
Secondary memory. So this is another kind of computer memory. But why do we need a toggle when there are other kinds also?
Goggle, the primary memory and other memories are limited in size, while secondary storage devices provide enough space for bulk storage of programs and data. That is why secondary storage is necessary in computers.
Are there other kinds of secondary memory apart from pen drive?
Yes, Goggle. Common secondary storage devices include floppy disk, hard disk, compact disk, CD, digital versatile disk, DVD, pen drive, zip drive, Blu-ray disc, and memory card.
Toggle, I don't see the floppy disks now. Our teacher had shown it to us in the class, but I have never worked on it.
Floppies were very popular at one time, but they are hardly used now. They have been replaced by CDs and DVDs. A floppy disk is made up of a magnetic disk enclosed within a square plastic case. It is available in two sizes, 3.5 and 5.25 inches. For using a floppy disk drive is needed.
Toggle, when I save a Word document on my computer, where does it get saved?
That is a good question. Your Word document gets saved on the hard disk of the computer.
What is hard disk?
The hard disk is the most commonly used secondary storage device. It is made up of a collection of disks known as platters. These platters are coated with a material that allows data to be recorded magnetically on it.
Hard disks have a comparatively large memory space, which generally ranges from 40 GB to a few terabytes.
The disk that I told you about is placed inside the CPU permanently. A portable hard disk is a kind of hard disk. It is not fixed in the CPU and can be taken by you anywhere. You can connect it to any computer and work on your data. Portable hard disks are mostly used to transfer large amount of data. You must be aware of a CD and a DVD, aren't you, Goggle?
Yes, Toggle. My computer teacher has shown both these devices and even explained them. A CD or a compact disc can record text, graphics, video and sound. To read the contents of a CD, the computer needs a CD drive. A CD can hold up to 700 MB of data. CDs are used to store and distribute software and to keep backups. This is because of their high speed of data transfer, large capacity and low cost.
I'm impressed, Goggle. Have you also seen 32X, 48X or 52X written on a CD? Do you know what these mean?
I have seen these numbers on CDs, but I don't know what they mean, Toggle.
These numbers represent the data transfer rate of a CD, which means the speed at which data can be transferred from a CD. What else do you know about CDs?
I also know that CDs are available in two forms. One is the CDR, which stands for Compact Disc Recordable. Data once written on it cannot be erased, but can be read again and again. The second is the CDRW, which stands for Compact Disc Rewritable. It is also called Erasable CD. The user can erase previously recorded information and then record new information onto the same physical location of the disk.
I can see that you know a lot about CDs. So then, how are DVDs different from CDs?
Toggle, my teacher told that CDs and DVDs look the same, but DVDs store much more data than CDs.
Correct, Goggle. In fact, a DVD can store 6 times more data than a CD. A DVD also has better data quality than a CD. To read a DVD, you need a DVD drive or a DVD player. These drives have speeds of up to 40x and can even read CDs, whereas a CD drive cannot read a DVD.
Please tell me about the pen drive also, Toggle. It is very common nowadays.
That is because it is a small, portable and rewritable storage device. It is also called flash drive or USB drive. It uses flash memory, which is non-volatile memory that can be erased and reprogrammed electronically. Its storage capacity usually ranges from 1 to 64 GB. When a flash drive is plugged into the USB port of a computer, the computer automatically detects this device and you can view, copy, paste or delete its contents. There is another small portable secondary storage disk called zip drive. Have you heard about it?
No, Toggle. What is it used for?
A zip drive is used to take backups and for archiving personal computer files. Zip drives and disks come in two sizes, 100 MB and 250 MB. The zip drive comes with a software utility that lets you copy the entire contents of your hard drive to one or more zip disks.
You also mentioned about the Blu-ray disc, Toggle. What kind of device is it?
A Blu-ray disc looks similar to a CD or a DVD, but can contain up to 25 GB data. To use a Blu-ray disc, a Blu-ray reader is required. Some higher models of laptops and devices such as PlayStation and Xbox have a Blu-ray reader. Goggle, do you know what kind of memory does a smartphone use for storing the large amount of pictures, songs and videos?
No, Toggle.
It is a memory card. It is a small card that is inserted and used in many small portable devices such as digital cameras, mobile phones, tablets, MP3 players and laptops. Memory cards have emerged as a good way to store electronic data as they have high capacity and can store many types of data such as pictures, videos and text files. To access the data from a memory card, you would need a memory card reader.